It really is just a humbling experience to stand before you and to be able to honor the people who make a difference here in downtown New Orleans.
This year, the DDD celebrates 40 years in operation, and I don't feel that old at all. And while we are very pleased with the progress made in downtown New Orleans over this time, we're especially proud of the prosperity over the last 10 years. We look forward to continuing this productive partnership with all of you and to keeping the trend going. Thanks to y'all for being here, and enjoy the program.
My wife, Becky, is a lawyer. We have one son, Preston, who's a teenager. So I'm very grateful for the chance to talk for 10 minutes without being interrupted. New Orleans and Louisiana are joined at the hip. And Louisiana can never be as good as it can be until New Orleans is as good as it can be. I'm proud of this city. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of my state. And I hope you leave this function today as proud of us, our people, as I am. Thank you and God bless.
We have 6 honorees that have lent to downtown's unprecedented progress over the last 10 years. First up, HRI Properties, chaired by Pres Kabikoff, and a major player in the resurgence of downtown.
Founded in 1982, HRI has rebuilt, revitalized, and restored entire communities in New Orleans. Now a national leader in adaptive reuse of historic structures, HRI continues to be at the forefront of urban change.
We're mission-driven. Our mission is to revitalize cities by creating diverse, vibrant, and sustainable communities.
Mr. Pres Kabikoff.
The future of this company we have is going to be handled by the young professionals that are really doing the day-to-day. I hope I can continue to impart upon them some love for revitalizing neighborhoods and cities.
Next, we have Lafayette Square Conservancy, a great partner in preserving one of downtown's priceless gems.
The Lafayette Square Conservancy was formed in the wake of Hurricane Katrina by a group of neighborhood residents, downtown workers, and concerned citizens.
Initially it was formed to react to this initial cleanup. It's somewhat morphed since that time. We've been doing projects to try to improve the square. The Lafayette Square is a complete volunteer organization. Any money that we receive goes into the square.
We hope that you will help us in any way you can. We're on Facebook, Lafayette Square Conservancy, New Orleans. Thanks very much.
Our third honoree is Live New Orleans, one of our newest retailers to historic Canal Street.
Located in the historic Leon Fellman building on Canal Street, Live New Orleans is quickly becoming the newest name in fashion.
Every brand that you see here is exclusive to us only. We want to be the sneaker destination of the country, the world.
Coming up to accept the award for Live is Anthony Darwish. Come on up.
First, I want to thank my partners, Hammy Hallam and his father, Damon Hallam, for believing in the young kid and his dream. And my dream was always to be the next.
At this time next, we're pleased to recognize Q&C Hotel, a great example of how New Orleans history melds with its progressive and dynamic presence.
The Q&C Hotel was named for the Queen and Crescent Southern Railway. Established in 1884, it served as the key main line between Cincinnati, the Queen City, and New Orleans, the Crescent City. The Q&C has recaptured its railroad roots and brought the past to the present.
We had over 200 custom pieces made for the hotel, and so you kind of feel that old worldness, but still updated. Q&C is an independent hotel brand that we're not just another hotel chain. We're really focused on the heritage of New Orleans and adding to the charm of the city.
Love the Q&C Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting for Q&C Hotel is General Manager Bruce Westerlin. Bruce, come on up.
What a great experience. I've been all over the country developing and opening hotels, but on behalf of Northview Hotel Group and our partners, it couldn't be a better experience. We have a great team that I work with on a daily basis. I don't have to wear a suit anymore, so that's great.
Our fifth honoree is the #1 attraction in New Orleans, attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors downtown every single year, the National World War II Museum.
The D-Day Museum opened their doors on June 6th in 2000, forever changing the face of downtown New Orleans. On a 6-acre campus, 5 pavilions house the nationally recognized historical exhibits.
I think we often forget the museum is only 15 years old, and almost from opening day, the response from the public was greater than we had ever anticipated.
Almost immediately, people said, "You've got to do the whole war. You've done such an amazing job with D-Day invasion of Normandy and the Pacific D-Days. Do it all." And when members of Congress tell you that, you kind of listen.
Accepting for the World War II Museum co-founder, Nick Mueller. Come on up.
When the nation needed a museum to tell the story of World War II, Congress turned the other way. Nobody looked at doing that except the city of New Orleans. So to all of you, thank you. Thank our staff, a great board, great volunteers, and a great downtown development district. Thank you very much.
Everyone in this room plays an integral role in making downtown a thriving place to live, work, and play. As Camille said, the Chair's Award is a special honor. It is not given every year. However, we at the DDD believe that when a project, development, or exhibit comes along that makes an extraordinary impact in downtown, it must be recognized. The Poydras Corridor Sculpture Exhibition meets and exceeds that exceptional criterion. This public art display, presented by the Hellis Foundation and curated by Michael Mangeris, is a great example of the wonders that can happen when a public-private partnership. Together, Hellis and Michael, along with the Ogden Museum of Southern Art and the city's Parks and Parkway Department, have transformed Poydras and made downtown come alive.
Formed in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, Sculpture for New Orleans brought the artists to the streets. In an inspiring partnership with the Hellis Foundation, the Ogden Museum of Southern Art, and Parks and Parkways, Sculpture for New Orleans Poydras Corridor lifts the spirits of all that travel down its path.
It's to uplift the spirit of the community. That's a very, very central part of what we do, to dedicate public art throughout the city of New Orleans, both in very open public spaces and in a variety of institutions.
And we thought, what a great opportunity for private and public to come together for the better good of this beautiful corridor. It makes me feel like, wow, we got something right.
It's maintained a vitality through the process of having new sculptures come in and other sculptures depart for new places. Certainly there's lots of territory to explore and a lot of stories to tell, so I think we're all looking forward to that.
In the next 10 years or possibly 20 years, think about what can happen throughout the entire city. There's going to be art everywhere.
Isn't this the greatest city on earth? And every great city deserves great art. And I would like to thank the artists, many of whom are here at this table. I'm honored and privileged to work with each and every one of them, and we've all become great friends. In addition to that, I'd like to thank David Kirstein from the Hellis Foundation. So thank you so much for being there. Thank you.
As I mentioned earlier, our public safety program and clean team operations are essential to the development of downtown New Orleans, and we're very proud of both. First, I'd like to recognize Steve Scholl, our DDD Public Safety Ranger of the Year. Steve joined the DDD Public Safety Rangers in May 2013. Earlier this summer, he was tasked to provide full-time support to DDD's homeless outreach efforts. Steve is credited with assisting 5 individuals with housing placements in just the last 6 weeks, earning him this Ranger of the Year award. Steve, congratulations. Next is our Clean Team Member of the Year, Mr. Joseph Charles, or as we all call him, Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe has been part of the Clean Team since March of 2011. He's extremely dedicated to his job, and get this, has not missed a day of work in 3 years. All the locals know his name, and in fact, one local street photographer called him the hardest working man on Canal Street. Mr. Joe, congratulations. Thanks for being part of this celebration, and we'll see y'all next year.
When you see people go through adversity and rise above it and succeed, and that's what we did in New Orleans, and the folks who won these awards today are living proof of it. And I'm so proud of them, I just, I don't know what to do.
There was an energy in this room today that I really haven't felt in a while. I think people are so excited to be a part of the growth and the progression that downtown has seen over the last 10 years.